Paul, we'll start with a check on personnel. Tyrese John Jules not able to finish the game on Tuesday, looked distressed. Is there any update on him?
Yeah, there is. Obviously, it's not great news. He's got a severe hamstring tear, so he'll be seeing a specialist and he'll be out, obviously, for the foreseeable future. That's all I can really say until he's seen a specialist about it. But yeah, it's bad news for him and the club, and yeah, I'm devastated for the kid.
I know you'd done everything you possibly could to make sure he didn't have a reoccurrence.
Yeah, we've been trying to manage him. He's such a talent. I just wish the Derby fans could have seen more of him, and hopefully they will by the end of the season, but not sure yet. But if you could see what he could do in training, and like the lads, you know, he's probably the best player in training, to be fair, the things he could do. But unfortunately for him, his body just has let him down, and we've done everything. The physio's been brilliant with him. We've been monitoring everything. And in fairness, that game at Reading, I actually wanted to play him, and I was thinking, God, I can't put. I had to try and put him first, thinking it might just be a step too far. Maybe I could play him, but he played a part in the last game, so we didn't start him, but we obviously brought him on, and for that to happen so early from crossing the ball is heartbreaking for him. And you could see, obviously, when he walked off the pitch, he was like inconsolable, really. So it's so sad, and you know, we'll all be here for him. But I hugged him in the canteen yesterday and nearly started crying for him, because I can imagine all the demons going through his head at the moment. So it's a tough time, and you know, that's the other side of professional sport, really.
All about the rest of the squad and the injury list? Many names?
Yeah, I've got a few issues this week, to be fair. I'm not going to go into great depth, you'd be surprised to know. I've got a couple of fitness tests today sort of going on of risks. I've got another one who can't play, so we're a little bit low on numbers this week.
Presumably that won't change anything regards January and what you're able to do. I mean, the budget's the budget, I guess.
In fairness, if it wasn't for Colo being so physically resilient without tempting too much fate, we'd be in deep. That 3 of our strikers are out. I think hopefully Waggy and Wash should be joining us in Feb at some time, maybe late Feb. So hopefully that will help. But in the meantime, we definitely need to strengthen the line, and we're limited to how we can play because we haven't got 2 strikers fit, really. So, but fortunately, we have got really good options along the front line at the moment. Obviously, Corey coming in has helped. He's only trained 2 days with the group, so he's not really up to speed yet. But that will be under consideration for the weekend.
And out of character performance on Tuesday, I think it's fair to say, what was your major complaint, takeaway from it?
I just didn't think we were very good at basics. That's it. Take tactics away, take anything away. If you pass the ball out of play, if you're offside all the time, if you don't set up properly in throw-ins, we were just poor from our basics. We still, in the first 10-15 minutes, we got in some unbelievable positions, which I would expect a goal-scoring opportunity to be created, but we didn't. And fundamentally, against any team at any level, if you don't play at your best, you're susceptible to lose, and that's what's happened. I don't think we had a shot on target. I'm not making any excuses. Just as a group, we weren't good enough, and that's what's going to happen. And if you look at the fixtures coming up, you think, oh, that looks all right, that looks all right, that looks all right. Well, they're only all right if you're absolutely at your best. Every game you have to be at your best, and our basics, we weren't our best. So that was my takeaway message, that we'd gone through loads of clips with the lads saying, this is how we set up from defensive throw-ins. You conceded from it. This is how we've been setting up. You don't concede from it. This is how you've been doing these. You've done well because you've played this way. The other night we didn't do that. We did this. And you get a different result. So you just need to, keep trusting what we're trying to tell you and stick to the memo.
You had the chance to go top on Tuesday. You've had a couple of chances, I think, to move into the top 2 at various stages over the last few weeks. I know ultimately where you are on a random Wednesday in January or February doesn't matter at the end of the season. But is there any concern that you've missed a couple of these chances now?
And not so much. I'm not so concerned that we missed the chance to go top and have a parade when we get back to the training ground on the Thursday. It's not so much about that. It's just about winning. That's the thing that gets on my chuff, that we had an opportunity to win and we didn't take it and we underperformed. If we perform at our max and we don't win, I can accept it. But if we underperform and we don't win, then it's much harder for everybody at the club to swallow. So the fact that we were going top or not going top is just chatting it, really. It doesn't excite me in any way. Oh, we're top, because in fairness, then the lads might think they got it sussed. Then we're in deep. It's just about performing at a level every week, being consistent every week, and that will be enough to get where you want to be. But unfortunately, it would have been nice to go top. I'm not just saying that, especially considering I had to do a talk at the stadium Thursday morning. It would have been nicer coming in like, "Da-da, we're top, everything's great." Yeah, we just have to be good at our basics. And if we are good at our basics, we're a really good team to play, to watch, I think. We have different ways of playing, and we're a difficult team to play against. But if you drop your standards a little in anything you do, you're just not as great, are you? And that's simply the fact.
Cheltenham on Saturday,
Yep.
not playing like a side in the relegation zone at the moment.
No.
Would you back them to get out of it?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've got a lot of time for their manager. I think he's a great guy. I mean, we struggled against them away from home, obviously. But if you actually look at don't look at the league table, actually look at their form. They're doing well, and they're playing with a freedom of, look, come on, which every club has had their time where players just roll their sleeves up and go, come on, we're absolutely going for it here, from the minute go to the end. And look, we watched them play against Bolton, and in fairness to them, if you look at the stats, they had more shots, more attempts on goal, more corners, had a goal disallowed, had 3 glorious opportunities that they'd be disappointed they didn't score. And no one can argue that Bolton aren't one of the 2 best teams in the league. And it was at Bolton. So we're under absolutely zero illusions that this will be a very tough game. So it's going to take everybody, everyone who comes through the turnstiles and the players, to make it a game that we need to go and try and win. But it will be a tough game, and that is always the problem. And the lads know this, because we've been going on about it for 2 days now. They're well up for what the opposition is, not the league table. Don't worry about the league table, it counts for nothing, as did Tuesday night if you don't play at your best. So we're going to have to be really good to beat a really strong, organised, determined team.